Yo, yo, my bad. I went swimming with the kiddo at the last minute, and I knew it was going to take long, so I tried to throw up a little post that said I would be late. Hopefully you guys saw that. But anyway, what's going on? I see there's 30 people in here already. Shout out to you guys. You guys hanging out? Hanging out? Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. We went swimming last minute, and then I usually put her to bed every night, especially now because my wife's very pregnant. And so she wanted me to read her a book before she went to bed. So I was trying to sneak a book in there. Anyway, what's up, guys? Been a crazy day. I've been running around like crazy. Just a lot going on right now. I told Kev, be in when the street lights turn on. Nice. Also, another heads up, I am going to be on vacation, so there won't be a live stream next week, and there probably won't be many videos, if any. It's not like the good old days where I had 20 videos ready to go at all times. I just don't. So there might not be any videos next week. There might be a couple. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll just do like a short every day and just say, hey, what up? Here's what I got. I don't know. We'll see. But shout out to you guys. Shout out to all the channel members. Appreciate you guys very much. I was thinking one of the items for giveaway for the members giveaway might be this Clydesdale. This is a Clydesdale that my buddy Brent, Backpack B, did a mod on, changed the blade profile. So now it's got like almost like a Gungnir style blade shape, like a Renegade Gungnir. And it's got an acid wash, good detent, action's good. I cleaned it up today. You'll see a video of that. It's a little off center because I'm pretty sure he took a blade off a different knife and put it into this handle. That's probably why it's off. But I think for a cool giveaway, I think it'll still be pretty sick. And I would put some other stuff in there too. But I think that would be cool. Modded Clydesdale. What up, Steve? Steve Boro, JD, Casey, what up? Paul Mills, Crazy Roach, Marco, Jim Miller in the house. Knives, I guess. John Tagamori, what up? Fook Doozle Crewwear. What's up, guys? Marceau's here. Michael Morgan's here. Paul for the win is here. Ember 13, what's up? What's up? Todd Carr, how's everybody doing tonight? Hope you guys are doing good. Kevin Smith in Knives. Awesome. He says he bought himself a Benny's clip today. That darn Austin talked me right into it. Hell of a guy and salesman. Yeah. Austin's awesome, man. We have a shit ton of stuff coming up with Austin in the near future. I mean, literally like 1,500 knives are going to be traditional pocket knives exclusives. We have a full run of Stout V2s. Here's the Stout V2. We have a full run of exclusives with him. I think I showed him on the last live stream. 80s camo carbon, watermelon sugar camo carbon, and a blacked out one with dark matter glow. Those are his exclusives only. He's got exclusive nip lights in Ultim, smooth Ultim. They look really good. They should be here this week, hopefully, to me anyway. And then he's got an exclusive tall boy in 80s and belt satin that looks sick too. And then, of course, we have the Lush. The second batch is dropping soon. Those are on the way to him right now. The nip slip is in production with QSP. Those should be done next month. So he's got a whole bunch of shit coming from us, and it's been an absolute pleasure working with Austin. He's a great dude. We love the dealers. Dealers are great. We have a small number of dealers. Shout out to Blade Binge, Traditional Pocket Knives, White Mountain Knives. Those three guys have really supported us on the stuff that's coming up. So we appreciate the hell out of them. Kev, you looking slim. Yeah, think so? Cool. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Yeah, it is nice, dude. It's pretty sick. My Journey EDC, what up? Earl, what up? Demon Knock. I don't know if I caught you earlier. Hopefully I did. Knives Fast. I think I got you earlier. He's got some tornadoes going here. Got some tornadoes. Sakar Al Kwasimi. Let me know if I got that right. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shashin, what's going on? Autumn Wind, what up? What up? Blade Walker. Got to hit the sack. Hope you have a good night, sir. Sleep well. Dream well. Titanium Justin, what's up, dude? Good to see you. I'm trying to catch up here. Crazy Roach has been a member for 6 months. Thanks for sick knives and great content. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. That means a lot. Thank you very much, sir. 3 best dealers out there. Yeah, they're pretty sweet. They're pretty sweet. And we've been talking to Jesse over at Urban Cutlery. I think he's going to start picking up some exclusives as well. He every time we see him at shows, he picks up some Divos to sell. He's a great dude. He's been doing those promotional things for the Jack Wolves. So I really enjoy Urban Cutlery as well. We try to work with those kind of smaller style dealers. The big ones, you know, we sold some stuff to them early on and they order pretty large quantities. But they don't want to do pre-orders, so to speak. They're not even really pre-orders like the exclusives we do. Basically, we just figure out what they want. We order them from the manufacturer, and then we pay the deposit. And then when the knives are ready, we'll send them an invoice for their exclusive, and then we'll pay the manufacturer. We'll get the knives, send them the knives. So usually they pay and they get the knives within, you know, a few weeks. We've been trying to do it that way to make it easier on dealers, so they're not out the money for like 5 months or however long the production takes. And it's a pain in the ass doing like deposits because you got to have 2 invoices, and so it all depends on financials. If we can afford to just cover it, we do. But yeah, been a pleasure working with all those guys. KOK, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? Roman in the house. What's going on, dude? Paul Mills been a member for 8 months. Just curious how long it says I'm a member. 8 months, my boy. 8 months. My first live. Michael in South Carolina. What up, dude? Glad you're here as well. Excuse me. Glad you are here, sir. Betty Davis, what's cracking? How you doing, Betty? Brian Edmondson's here. What's going on, man? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. I did ask Colin to come on. I sent him a link. He said he would try to come on, so we'll see if he can make it. I think he's out to dinner for his wife's birthday, so we'll see if he can make it. But heck yeah, man. Awesome. Fireballs hopefully will be done next month. So I think the last thing we have an order in with Kubi on right now is the Fireball. We need to get the chaser in, but we just need to get some funds in before we do that because we've just been bleeding money. We haven't done a drop in forever. I can't remember the last thing we dropped. I don't know if anybody remembers. I don't. Stevie has been a member for 32 months. He might He might be the longest tenured member. Damn, dude. That seems like that's insane. I don't even know how long they've had memberships. I don't remember setting it up 3 years ago. That's crazy, isn't it? Casey over here with 11 months. Have a great vacay, Kev. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you as well. You guys are awesome. DRTMI gonna be a budget nip soon. What is that like an abbreviation or is that a person? DRTMI. Don't write to my igloo. Don't write to my igloo. I don't know why you guys are talking about your igloos, but whatever. No. Okay. There we go. Okay. Dr. TMI, is that it? What's up? Where's the Lush? They're on a boat or a plane heading to traditional pocket knives. So hopefully very soon. We're hoping to drop those pretty quick, probably early August, maybe. I don't know. Depends on Austin getting through them, QC. He's waiting on the packaging and stuff, but should be soon, man. Should be soon. The mash, was that the last one? Really? That was like in the winter. That's crazy, isn't it? How long? We ordered all these separately. Like we ordered them all. It's crazy. Then they all just come at once. It always happens to us, but what are you going to do? How about the fidgets with leftover titanium? What do you mean leftover titanium? I never see the leftover titanium. We don't order the titanium. They do that. We'll order like fat carbon and stuff, but usually they have most of the materials on hand. I need to find you on some platforms so I can ask a couple questions about the Proto. Yeah, dude, feel free. Hit me up on Instagram at LeftyEDC. Or you can email me, LeftyEDC88@gmail.com. That works too. He said he wishes he could afford a Divo. Yeah. Well, we try to make them affordable. We have the Nip Light coming. That'll be $99 with coupon. It'll be like $90. And then the Tall Boy, the Fireball, the Lush, those are all premium, but they're $199. They're not like crazy premium price wise. We just base it on our cost. So Detroit, Michigan, or Dirt, Michigan. Kevin Smith at Knives has been a member for 4 months. Shout out to you, dude. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. My initials, and I'm from Michigan. Got it. All right, David. Let's see. What's up, Dr. Drew? How you doing, man? V2 State is what I thought. The last one, we didn't really do a drop of that because I guess we kind of did. Some dealers picked them up and stuff, but so yeah, maybe that was it. You get that Kraken back? Which one? The one in the pass around? No. That one's still, dude, sometimes it takes like 6 months. 6 old months, man. Cannot wait to get my blacked out Lush. Do you know if the carbon will swap with the OGs? It should, because we didn't change anything. It's the same knife. We really didn't change anything. So we just did different versions. No structural tweaks. So you should be good. I got a Cortex XL. What did you not like about it? I love that knife, dude. That's one of the best knives this year. Probably might be the best knife this year. Oh, the mini Sweeney's up there. I just don't. It's hard for me to want to keep $1,000 knives, you know? Especially at the time I was getting this deck built and everything. And I was just like, I don't know. I just wasn't trying to hold on to $1,000 knives, so I sold it. But I loved it. It's a little thin, like thin feeling for me. But that's just like a nitpick. It's not really a problem, you know. Great knife, man. I'm glad you got one. All right, I caught up. Casey, adopt me and I'll take one too. What are you taking? What are we talking about? He says he's a hard-working kid. Who are we talking about? Who's this kid? He's a hard-working, great kid level. I don't know. What the hell are you talking about? Trev, gotcha. Okay. Cool. Stouts? Yeah, it might have been the last one. You guys want to see the new one? I'm going to post a video tomorrow. But this is the Divo Knives Bender. We got these prototypes in from Best Tech. Opened them up today. This is the Bender. Milled pocket clip. Pivot collars. Really cool milling on the titanium there. Little lanyard slot. Look at that hollow grind, dude. Look how thin that is. Look at that. Look at it. Looky. Whoop-pow! This has the spear foot blade. So the way that this knife came to life is that I told Colin I wanted to do a spear foot design because he does that spear foot blade a lot, like with Kubi. He's done it with Tucson, and I think he's done it, Best Tech on the Tonic. And so I said I wanted to do a spear foot, and that's kind of, the idea. And then Colin came up with this. So this is a Colin brainchild. All the good ones are. But look at that. I feel like it has, if you just look at this, it looks like a stout. If you just look at that right there, I think it looks like a stout. Right? I think it has a similar shape to the stout, but it also has a little bit of buzz in it. Here's the buzz. I think it's got some buzz in there too. So I think it's a cool combination of our designs. This is a liner lock. It is a nested inset liner lock. So it's not a full liner in there. It's just a lock bar tab basically. And then it goes around where the clip mounts. And so it secures down here. And then it's just a lock bar up to lock up. Other than that, it is entirely milled out in there. You can see that lock bar in there. You can see Divo. And there's milling on this side. What it says inside is Divo knives, and then it says OEM Best Tech. We try to put the OEM where we can. If we can get it in there, we do. Been trying to do that lately. So it just has one of our logos. Otherwise, completely sterile except for the steel. This is S90V on the prototype, but we could do LMAX or VanX. We're kind of deciding. So this is the I'm coming up with names for these on the fly. So this knife is called the Bender, and Colin loves a just titanium with a stone wash. He's a basic bitch. So I'm calling this one the Collins Bender. This is the Collins Bender. Then we have this one. Blue titanium with black wash. Dude, the hollow grinds on that, it's so good. It's so fucking thin. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but look at that tip, dude. It's just like crazy. Yeah, it's real nice. So this is a blue one with black wash. We're not like, we're not like locked in on these versions. We can change them. We're going to talk to dealers about exclusives. Shit might change, but it is stout size. So those of you who don't like the small knives, you should be okay. It's 3.3 inches on the blade, 7.5 overall. I think it's identical in size to the stout. Casey asked, how thin is it? Are you talking about the blade or the handle? The handle is 0.47, I think, maybe 0.48, but it's right there around 0.48, 0.47. That's why we went with the steel liner for the lock bar, because we did titanium on the buzz, and then you have to add a steel insert, and then you have to make it thick as fuck to get that insert mounted, and then you have to have a full liner, so it ends up like adding more stuff, more thickness. So like it sounds better to do titanium liner, but when you do a nested inset steel liner, it's just less material. You can make it thinner, Somebody asked about belt satin. This is a left-handed prototype. So obviously we will do the same versions, lefty and righty, but we wanted to do one of them left-handed. And this is the belt satin with DLC handle and bronze accents. And this is the belt satin. I carried this today, so clean that up. But there's your belt satin, whoever was asking for that. And this is a real belt satin. I don't know why Arcane does this faux satin. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's just a machine satin because it's cheaper. I don't know. Loot has been a member for 20 months. Another sick design. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you, brother. I don't think Divo had dropped a bad knife yet. You guys are killing it. Thanks, man. I would definitely say the original Growler was not great. So that's one. I would chalk that one up for sure. And now that we have the V2, I think it puts the V1 to shame. But I don't think that was a bad knife. I just think it was a knife of its time, Belt satin with the blue, yeah. Okay. Yeah, check out my video tomorrow and then leave comments on it. Let me know what versions you want, what feedback you have. I read all of the comments on that's one of the reasons I do these videos on our prototypes. Obviously, I want to promote the knife, but I also read every comment so I can get ideas. You guys give us ideas for versions or things we can fix, shit like that. Sometimes it's stuff I would never think of, and you guys basically save the day. So please watch that video and let us know what you think. So this is the belt satin version. Somebody said full DLC Bender. I'm guessing that Blade Binge will probably do a dark mode version that'll be all black with teal accents. So you could probably get that, and then we'll probably have black hardware kits, and you could swap it or something. But I don't know if we'll do a full just blacked out one. Those don't do well, unfortunately. A budget knife named the Lightweight. Yeah, that sounds like a good name. It just needs to be a a light knife, you know. So I was thinking about calling this one Kev's Bender. It sounded better when I texted it to Colin than it does saying it, the person's name and then Bender. So I don't know. But right now, Kev's Bender on this one. And the blue one, I don't have a name for yet. Blue Bender. Or maybe black and blue Bender. Black and blue Bender. I don't know. Now, check this shit out. Check this shit out. I'm calling this one the Epic Bender. Epic Bender. That's right. All you full dress mofos, I got you. 2 people, Josh Worth and one other person, have been asking me for full dress. Here it is. You have Zircuti clip, Zircuti collars, Zircuti backspacer, and Damasteel on the blade. Now, I can't remember what the Damasteel is, but they gave us a bunch of options, and Colin and I were looking at them, and then, you know, we had to agree on one, and we somehow finally agreed on this one, and I'm glad we did, because this looks fucking amazing. Look at that. So this is the Epic Bender. If you can't tell, I try to make it as corny as possible. So if you guys have any ideas, definitely let me know. This one's sick, dude. I'm not normally a full dress guy, but this is really good. So those are the Benders. Those are the Benders. Bro, I have a Stout V2 righty, purple haze. Can I buy just the blue carbon fiber scale, please? Blue carbon fiber scale, please. Oh, you mean the Arctic Storm? Like, but what about the pivot collars? Because they're purple. Shoot me an email, Sack. Is it Sacker? Sacker? Sack? Sorry, that sounded weird. Shoot me an email, LeftyEDC, or actually info@divoknives.com. Info@divoknives.com. Colin has all of the right-handed stuff. I have the left-handed stuff, so I have to have him check if he has any scales left. We did get some extras just in case we had problems or whatever. So we might have the Arctic scales and blue pivot collars that we could send you, sell you, and then you could swap it. That's something I would probably sell you. I wouldn't just give you. Sometimes I just give people stuff, but I think we definitely paid for the scales and everything. So, but yeah, shoot me an email. You want it to look like this is what you're saying. Gotcha. Got something in my eye. If you didn't notice me itching the shit out of it. If I got like a eyelash in there or something. Feedback. It's thanks, dude. Appreciate it, man. That's good to hear. I really like it. Usually if I really like it, then I know that it's probably going to be good, but I always want to get people's feedback because it just helps. Like on this knife, one of the things somebody recommended was to add the milling on here, right on the lock bar, to kind of make it look like this milling, or just to have it have a little texture. instead of just having that be bead blasted. And we did that, and it's awesome. It was a great idea. So that's the kind of stuff, you know, we get a lot of good ideas from you guys, and we appreciate it. So yo, Knife Standards is here. What up, ATR? How you doing, man? V1 is my favorite knife. Okay. Do you have a V2? You should get one, man, because like the Stout's good. Don't get me wrong, but the V2 is like, you know, hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. But anyway, reverse tucks, the blue balls bender, the Beckham bender. I don't know what that would look like, but bruiser bender. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that because of the black and blue, but it's got to go with bender, you know? It's got to go with bender somehow. The bender, like from Futurama. Kev's bender sounds a bit anatomical. Well, I just mean like, you know, like I went on a bender, Kev's bender, you know? That's what I'm saying. And I picked this version, you know what I mean? Colin, these are like the versions. We always do these two because these are our styles. He loves this, I love this. Although I'm starting to think I rather like this with the belt satin. Like if we did this with a belt satin, I think I'd like it better than this. So how about the Binger bender? We do want to come out with a knife called the binge, and because, you know, you go on a drinking binge, but we're gonna do that with these guys. So we're gonna do a blade binge exclusive knife called the binge. That's the plan, anyway. I did make fun of Ben last week for naming the Benny after himself. So it'd be kind of weird to do the same thing then, wouldn't it? The belt bender, the satin bender. You could just say satin bender. Plain bender? No. Simple bender. We could do a mini one later and call it the short bender. The short bender. Temporary bender. Oh, it's not going to be. Oh, this one. I don't know how much this one will cost. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the pricing right now. I'm hoping it's a little bit less than the V2 because these are fucking so expensive to make. That's why they're $375, and that's like, trust me, with dealers involved, that $375 is like cheap compared to what most companies would charge you, because they just stick to a margin, right? They're just like, we add 40% margin to this, to the cost, and that's how we get the price. You know, this thing would be like $450. So we didn't want to do that, but we had to make it where we didn't lose money. It had to be worth it. So we did $375, and a lot of that is the Van X that added like $25 or so cost. So we probably won't do Van X on this, depending on the price. I also think LMAX would be nice because that's something I think people have been asking for lately, a little more LMAX. So we'll see. I would guess it would probably be $450 to $500. It really depends on what the cost is. I don't have it right now, so I can tell you that Best Tech is expensive, dude, and there's nothing I can do about that. You know, when we want to do a premium knife and really, you know, make it have all those small touches, we use Best Tech, and they cost money. So I can tell you right now, when we did the Buzz, these backspacers in Zircuti, the backspacer alone was $48 for us. we paid $48 per backspacer. So imagine having the clip, the backspacer, the collars. I'm guessing that's $150 in Zircuti on this knife for us, plus the Damasteel, you know, and then add the knife. So you're probably talking $350 to make this knife. So yeah, 450, 500 sounds about right. Once you know, if we sell them to dealers at all, we have to factor that in. I really wouldn't want to go higher than that. I just, you know, we'll do what we can to make it fair. Like, that's all I can tell you, you know? But yeah, this version's going to be expensive. I can tell you that right now, because the Zircuti and everything with Best Tech is just pricey, but I mean, look at it. It's the best Zircuti you can get, I think. It's better than Riot's. It's better than obviously anybody else, but it's freaking amazing looking. Now these versions, again, I don't have the cost yet. I'm hoping we can make it $299 or less, but again, it could be the same price as the Stout, and then we're back to $325, $350 with LMAX or S90V. So, but I'm going to try to keep it under 300 if I can, obviously. So we'll see. But I don't have that information right now, so just don't hold me to anything. But it's not going to be like the Kubi knives we have made where they're $199 for the premium ones, you know. It's just we pay way more, so we got to charge more, unfortunately. Anyway, I'll shut up. Yeah, the Stout V2 is sick, dude. I love it. What up? What up, Fed? What up, Fetty? He's been a member for 8 months. What's up, Kevin, everyone? Lefty Dead Nuts, Lefty Ballsack. Hell yeah. Shout out to you, buddy. Thank you. Bender over. The overbender. The douche bender. Yeah, that could work. Bender, then straighten her up. Then bender, then straighten her up. Get your mind out of the gutter, you heathens. The Kevy. The Kevy. Routine bender. Yeah. That could be this one, dude. I like it. I like it. Routine bender. Excellent name. I need to write that down. I'm going to send it to Colin so I don't forget it. Plain Jane could be the routine bender. All right. Thank you for that, Earl. Shout out to Earl. If so, ironic and funny that you don't even drink anymore. These names crack me up. Yeah, but you gotta have a theme, man. Where'd my hat go? You gotta have a theme. And Colin drinks, so it's still fair game. What up, Lenny? Love Divo knives. I have a Blue Micarta Pony, 4 and 2 Stout V2 Arctic Storms. Hell yeah, Lenny. Thank you very much, dude. You are a legend. You guys are awesome, man. I love all you guys that pick up the Divos and give us positive feedback. We really appreciate it. It means the world that you guys enjoy that stuff. Full sender bender. I really like Epic Bender. I like Epic Bender for the full dress. Direct to consumer. Yeah, we sell some stuff direct. That's where we make up some of our margin. Because when we work with dealers, we try to keep it, you know, we still want the price to be affordable, you know. So, but we have to give the dealer 30%. So we have to figure that out, you know. So we usually will figure it out where we're not getting a great margin when we sell to dealers, but then the ones we sell direct, we get a better margin. because we keep that price the same as the dealer price, you know, because you can't sell it for less than your dealers, then you look like a dick. So it kind of works out, but that's already all factored in. I mean, trust me, guys, we price our shit as low as we can to make it still work to where we can keep a business going, you know. If we ever go full time, our prices are probably going to have to go up because we're going to have to be able to afford more shit like salaries and stuff. But right now we don't, you know, we're not relying on the income, so we can, you know, we can mess around a little bit where we're not just sitting on piles of cash that we have to pay out on salaries. Like right now, our bank account is pretty drained because we've ordered all this shit. We haven't sold anything in 5 months or whatever, except for Blade Show. But we've paid deposits and full, you know, balances on like a bunch of shit. So we really need August to come so we can do the nip light drop, we can do the Lush drop, we can do the tall boy drop, and then hopefully September we'll be able to do the fireball and nip slip and get some funds in. But you gotta see if you guys are up for. Oh, that's a great idea. We gotta see if you guys are up for buying shit. I don't know. I've been hearing the market's really rough right now, so fingers crossed, because we have like 2,500 knives coming in the next couple months. The late night bender, I like it. Or this one, late night bender. Yes, 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 yes. I'm writing that down. Great name. Thank you, sir. Crazy Roach. Any Divos in the works that are going to be so good, I throw my Sebenza and Zahn in the trash. I mean, that's up to you, dude. We got a lot of good shit. I would throw the Zahn in the trash anyway because it's a piece of shit. The Sebenza is not bad if you just want a knife, you know, to cut shit. You don't care about flicking it and whatnot. So I would take any Divo over those knives, regardless of price. So I'm not the guy to ask that question to. But yeah, you should trash those for this. You should get a Stout V2. This is way better than those knives. But I don't like those knives. I'm not a Chris Reeve guy just because I don't know. Just the way they manipulate is not my style, you know? But I know people love them. I'm mostly joking. Yeah, I don't know how that would work. Zircon-tie bug out scales are $700 and they're flat with no milling. Yeah. Well, it probably does cost them. Maybe it costs them $200 to make those. So that makes sense. You know, Benchmade charging $500 extra. Sounds about right. The Southpaw? Yeah, but we're going to have lefty and righty versions. So I'm mostly looking for names like with Bender at the end. What about Bender bending Rodriguez? No, I don't think so. Ian, I think the Buzz will change your mind. I liked it more than my Sebenza. The Buzz is sick, dude. The Buzz is sick. Classic Bender. Classic Bender. But that kind of is the same as the routine Bender. It's the plain version, you know? The bougie Bender. I like how that sounds, but I think I like Epic Bender better. General Bender. That's also kind of routine. I've been listening to and lurking, just started watching. The hair is great. The hair? My hair? Okay. Thank you. Black equals late night. Yeah, no, I got it. I think that's good. But I don't know. It might have to be all blacked out, you know, not just a black handle or a black blade. So maybe we do have to do a murdered out one. Anyone got an EDC fixie and tie they're willing to let go? I do not. The first airbender. The last airbender. There you go. That's funny. Over for the V2. You mean call it the bend over for the V2? I got tired of the simplicity of CRK. Sold all 3. Now I have like 10 knives. Yeah, full splendor bender. You're not sitting on piles of cash. I wish, dude. I wish I was. That'd be nice, man. The wallet bender. No, dude, we literally are waiting for the dealers to pay us for the tall boys for their exclusive so we can pay the remaining balance for it because we don't have enough. Because we literally have put deposits down on like so many knives and we just order prototypes left and right. The goal is after the summer to have piles of cash, but then I'm hoping we use those piles of cash to order this. Because I'm done with pre-orders, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking we might do a pre-order for the Epic Bender or the Splendor Bender or the whatever bender, just so I don't want to order 20 of these and then have 5 people buy them. And I don't want to order 5 and then have 20 people want it. So we might do a pre-order on the Baller one just because of the price of it, the cost. It's going to be so expensive. Like, I don't mind sitting on 10 of these or whatever, but when you have a knife that's going to cost us $400 or whatever, it'd be nice to maybe do a pre-order on those. So we'll see on that. But the Weekend Bender, it's not a bad name, but I don't know which version it would go with, you know? Bougie Bender, the Blues Bender. The mini can be the hair of the dog. I was thinking small bender, slight bender. I don't know. We do have a mini growler in the works. Kubi is shipping the prototypes. So we have prototypes for the mini growler on the way. Those are titanium and weave carbon fiber for the prototypes. We were able to do titanium. I forget why, but the full size one, we couldn't do titanium and weave. Like, you couldn't do, because it needs like a liner or some shit. I forget. So we actually asked for a dark blast on the tie to kind of look like a Sabenza or like a Jack Wolf. And they did it. And it looks sick. So I'm excited to get those in. And that would be a White Mountain Knives exclusive because they've done all the growlers. We'll probably keep it there. If we're happy with it or whatever. Frame locks aren't for odd lefties. I don't know what you mean. I'm not a big frame lock guy, but the reason mostly is because it makes it harder to operate left-handed. Now, if we work with Best Tech, we can do lefty-righty, so it's a little better. But usually we do liner locks or bolster locks because it works in both hands. Bling Bender, Mind Bender, Vegas Bender, Big City Bender. Hell yeah, Michael. Thank you, dude. The Ender Bender. Fender Bender. Yeah, I don't know what the Fender Bender would be, though. It'd have to, if we did one that looked like distressed. That would be a cool name for a distressed one, like acid wash blade. You know what I mean? Call it the fender bender. Big spender bender. Yeah, it's not a bad one either. The ghost bender. That could work too if you had one that was like, I don't know, all white or all acid wash, or I don't fucking know. All day bender. That's a good one too for like a user version. I need a good name for one with a belt satin, you know? A satin bender? Shiny bender? Rogan has a Benchmade? Yeah. They sent it to him. I don't know. I was thinking about that. What if I sent Joe Rogan some Divos just to see what he would, like, if he would even do anything with it? I don't know. Maybe he likes them and then he talks about them. But I'm sure a lot of people have that idea. Are the tall boys dealer only? No. The tall boys are, there's 3 exclusives. So you have a Brittany camo with blackwash blade version for Blade Binge. You have a Stonewash titanium with Stonewash blade blue accents for White Mountain knives. That is the only titanium version. So for those people who want a titanium tall boy, White Mountain is your man. And then there's an 80s camo carbon with belt satin and satin hardware version. That's a traditional pocketknives.com exclusive. So those are all exclusives. And then we'll have some that we sell directly. And that's going to be the purple camo carbon. It's not the same as the nips, but it's similar. This one doesn't have the lavender in it. So it's just purple and black. I think it looks absolutely sick. I forget the name of it already. Purple Rain, I think. No, Purple Rain is the purple that has the white and gray in it. That I just don't like that white and gray color in there. So I asked him if he could remove the white and gray color out of the camo carbon, and he said sure. Apparently that's a layer of stainless steel or something. So we got rid of that. So now it's just purple and black. And it's like it's like a fluorescent purple. It looks sick. But I forget the name of it. He called it purple. I don't know why I can't ever remember that. It's not Purple Rain. It's, purple something. Purple River. Purple or whatever. So we'll have that direct. And then we have one that has a belt satin, purple collars, purple thumb stud, purple backspacer, purple clip. And then it comes with an extra set of just satin studs if you don't like purple. And then we have a black pearl camo carbon with belt satin. So we were kind of trying to mimic the nips that we did, so that people who have the nips, like the purple nurple, this will be the purple nurple tall boy, and then the Jack Sparrow tall boy. Hopefully that makes sense to you. So those will be the ones direct. And then the other 3 are exclusive to those dealers. And it'll be $199. And it's an S90V. And we got HRC tests from Kubi. They sent us tests for the Nip, Light, Fireball, and Tall Boy. And the Tall Boy S90V came in at 62 HRC. The Fireball that they sent us was at 61.5. And the Nip Light 154 CM was at like 60.5, I think. So they were all above 60, which I think is really good. They do this cryo something, electro something after they do the heat treat. They started doing this other thing that helps a lot, they said. So that's cool. The Weekend Bender, yeah. Who made the Basset Hound? It's Best Tech. Yeah. So that's what we're dealing with here. How much was that? They probably charge a little more than most people anyway, but I can tell you right now, they probably paid $350 or $400 for that knife. The gender bender. That's great. Yeah. All right. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. It'll probably be tomorrow though. Okay. If Colin does show up in a little bit, I'll ask him when he comes on. But we might have those scales for you. We'll see. Unless we sold them all at Blade Show. That's the only thing. I just want a nip light. Yep. Those are coming, man. We got 6 versions, I think. No, 7 versions. There's a shit ton of versions of the nip light, dude. You have the smooth Ultim. That one is traditional pocket. Why don't you want me to show you guys? I'll show you guys. I have pictures of these things. I'll show you guys both of the knives so you can see the versions because these are coming out soon. So I guess that makes sense. I just gotta find it here. Recents. All right, scroll up. This is definitely not recents. This is what the fuck? No, not what I want. This is what I want. Okay, recent. Can you actually show me recent ones though? Favorites, photos, shared with you. I don't get it. Why wouldn't it show you all of them? All right, let me check my I'll find them on my phone and just send them to myself. Albums. Recent. All right, here we go. Wasn't that long ago. I got pictures of all the tall boy versions. Okay, so here is, let me do this, select. Those are the Lushes. So I can show you all the knives that are coming out soon. I'll even show you these Stout V2s that are in production. Those will be a while, but there's the tall boys. And what was the other one? The nip light. Just got to find that one. Oh, there's one version. These I got individual. Okay, cool. Got it. All right. Send to MacBook. Got it. All right. We're going to do that thing, man. We're going to do the thing, all right? Options. Show in folder. No. How about open? Can I just open them? Why are you highlighting everything? You weirdo. All right. Yeah. Oh, my God. These knives look so good, dudes. Dudes, you're going to love this. All right. Let's see if I can pull this off, all right? I'm going to try to share my screen. Probably going to take a minute because I got to share each one. Like, it's going to be stupid, I bet, but we'll see. Yeah, I have to do it one at a time, but whatever. So this is the traditionalpocketknives.com exclusive. Hold on, now I got to put them all away. This is so dumb. Why do you work this way? Why? Why do you? No. Okay, cool. So this is the traditionalpocketknives.com exclusive nip light. So they went with a belt satin and smooth Ultim, which looks sick, dude. I'm not a big Ultim guy, but can I zoom in a little bit? Well, you can see it. It looks sick. Look at that. You can see the liner underneath and everything. I just think that looks cool as hell. That belt satin is sick. All right. So that is that version. So now I got to figure out, I just got to share the next one. It's going to, just give me a second. I'll make this work. Don't you worry. Now it says, oh my God, I'm going to flip out. Share. Yeah, that's what I already looked at this one. Thanks, buddy. Oh, God. I got to open them all. Really? You're going to make me do it this way? All right. I'll do it this way. Whatever. Be dumb. Be dumb. All right. Here we go. Sorry. So that was the traditional pocket knives one. The blade binge one looks like this. It is teal pivot collars, teal backspacer, and then a black wash blade and black hard anodized aluminum. So these are aluminum and 154 cm. They're $99 retail. Use a code. They're like $90. So I think it's a good budget offering. So that's the blade binge one. Then White Mountain Knives has this one. Hopefully it's showing you the blue one now. Yeah, okay, got it. So they have the belt satin with hard anodized blue aluminum. This is the one I carried for like months when we got the prototypes, and I love it, dude. And this aluminum coating, their new coating, is really good. I didn't put a single mark on it, and I carried it for months. So we did a Growler V2 in aluminum before, and the anodizing they used was not good. It scratched really easily. So when we started this project, I asked them, I was like, you got to get better anodizing for the aluminum. And they said, yeah, we're testing a new facility or whatever. And that's what they did on the prototypes, and they nailed it. It's really, really good. Let me just try to catch up a little bit here. Rogaine. Is it like light beer? Is it light like light beer? Yeah. That's the whole idea. Nip light, Lite. So like a light beer, get it? Because it's less expensive, and technically, I guess it is lighter than the titanium version, but you could do a small knife and call it the pint. Yeah, that's definitely one we're thinking of, or we kind of like that idea for like a small version of something. So like the pint, whatever, or the something pint. I don't know yet. The Nip P. We have a larger one coming. It's going to be the Nip L. So the nipple, large. Worst handle material ever. Worse than micarta. What, aluminum or Ultim? You got to let me know which one you hate the most. $90? You're basically giving them away. I don't know. I mean, for 154 and aluminum, or 154 and Ultim, or 154 and G10, there is a G10 version. I think the price is fair. I don't think it's like the best price ever, but I think it is a decent price. You'll be able to get, like, you can buy Kaisers with those materials for less. Obviously, we're not an OEM, so we can't make them that cheap. Basically, what they charge is what we get charged for those materials. You know what I mean? But I think it's a good price. You know, I wanted to keep it under $100. So anyway, that is the White Mountain Knives exclusive. And then these are our exclusives, I guess. These are the ones we're selling direct. So we have one in G10. This is the worker version, I guess. So this one is, wait, no. This isn't shit. Is it? Is that G10? Fuck. There's too many versions. I can't even think straight now. Let me close this one. Please don't close everything. Okay. Yes, this is G10. You can see the line. Sorry. There's too many things going on. So this one is a stonewash with black G10 and satin collars and backspacer. And we did this because I figured some of you guys would want G10. I don't know. I was just guessing. We only did 50 of these. Because I don't know. I didn't want to get a shit ton of them, but I knew there was going to be people who'd be like, aluminum sucks. I want G10. So we did that. We did 50 of these, and then I think we did 100 of the gray one, which is my favorite. Maybe we did 150 of the gray one, and then 100 purple. I can't remember. Or maybe we did 125 purple, 125 gray, and then 50 of the. There was 300 that we did direct. We're trying to make this a model that we keep in stock. So hopefully the goal is that you'll be able to buy this knife almost anytime you want from us. That's kind of the idea. So we wanted to have something affordable, but good, solid. You know, if somebody's like, hey, I want to buy one of your knives, but nothing's ever in stock, right? Right now, you can go buy a premium pony stout, but on our website, we never have shit in stock for long. So I kind of wanted this to be that knife, if that makes sense. It's not too expensive that if we have hundreds on the shelves, we're dying. You know what I mean? That was kind of my thinking with that. So anyway, there's that G10 version. Then there's the purple. So this is purple hard anodized aluminum with all satin accents. Same as the blue, just purple, and then belt satin. This is probably my favorite. It just looks, that purple looks amazing to me. I haven't seen it in person yet, so maybe not in person. I'll find out when I get them, but it looks stunning. I'm really excited about this purple one. So this will probably just be called the purple nip. I don't know, because we have the purple nurple nips. Maybe it'll be the purple nurple nip light. I don't know. We'll see. But I love it. I'm really excited about that one. And then the last one is the gray. And this one is also maybe my favorite. It's such a weird combination you wouldn't think to put together, like black wash blade, gray hard anodized aluminum, black hardware, and then purple collars and backspacer. It just, I don't know. It just works though. We had this one in prototype form and I freaking loved it. So I think this one's going to be popular for a black wash blade even, because it's just unique. I don't know why. I don't know which one of us decided to throw purple on it, but whoever it was is a genius. So those are the nips, okay? Now, these are the, I'll show you the two Stout V2s that I was talking about. So this one is, these are all traditionalpocketknives.com exclusives. They literally asked us if they could order a run of Stout V2s. And we were like, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. So they ordered a run of Stout V2s, is basically what happened. And we just took like a really small margin, and we just let them order it, and because they're so expensive through Best Tech. This knife is so expensive to get made, so I didn't want to, I don't know, it just would have been too expensive for them, and we didn't really want to put up a ton of funds for something because we don't have, we're all into these other things. So they asked to do it and we were like, sure, just give us like, 15% or whatever. So that's what's going on here. But they did 3 versions. I have the pictures of 2 because we were asking Best Tech to try to match the collars as best they could to the coloring in the material. And we wanted to see it before it went to production. So they were showing us the pink collars for the production. So this is pink aluminum. It had to be aluminum to match, to be pink. But all the hardware otherwise is titanium. And then it has the pink collars and then watermelon sugar camo carbon. I don't think anybody's used this before in production, so that'll be cool. And then there's one in 80s that has orange collars. So that one's with black bolsters and everything. This one's satin or bead blast, sorry. And then it has orange collars. And that's trying to match the orange in the 80s. That was the idea there. And I think they both look fucking awesome. There's going to be lefties in both. And then there's another version that's blacked out with dark matter glow fat carbon. So anybody who doesn't want all the crazy colors, I love that shit. But if you want plain, there's a blacked out one, basically. So that's the Stout V2. And then here's the tall boys. And then I'll shut up because I know you guys are probably, I'm not looking at the chat at all. So this is the tall boy. I'll show you the lock side first because I love the way the lock side looks. These are the tall boys. Where do I even see the pictures, I wonder? Not there, apparently. Nope, not there either. I just want to zoom in a little bit, but I don't know where I'm looking. Like, where is the damn picture at? Where's it hiding? Close this one, close that one. All right, here we go. Jeez. Making it super difficult, huh? All right. So the top one here, this is the White Mountain Knives exclusive. So they went with this, I think it's stonewash tie. It might just be bead blast. And then there's the exposed liner lock. That's satin on here. And then you have stonewash, or maybe it's stonewash actually. Stonewash S90V blade, hollow ground, blue accents. So blue studs, collars, clip, and backspacer. So that's the White Mountain Knives one. That's the only titanium one. Then there's the Blade Binge one. This is Brittany blue camo carbon with a black wash blade. Then there's these two are direct. So these are through our website. This is black pearl camo carbon and belt satin with a black thumb stud. And then I think we also have satin studs extra for this one. So for the ones with colored studs, basically, so purple, black here, and then blue here, we also got extra studs that match the blade that'll be in the box. So if you don't like the blue here, purple here, or black here, you can change it to satin, or stonewash studs to hide that stud a little bit. Your call. Anyway, black pearl, and then the this is that purple I was talking about. I just love how it looks. That just black and that beautiful purple, and then they did a good job anodizing this purple. All purple accents, satin hardware, belt satin, and then there's the 80s with everything satin from traditional pocket knives. That one looks sick too. And then I'll show you the show side, and then we're done. So this is the show side on the tall boys. And one other thing to note is that the only one that doesn't have the radial milling pattern is the Blade Binge version. They decided to go no milling. So this one does not have the milling pattern. So if you don't like this milling pattern for whatever reason, there was a couple people when I was showing the prototypes that were like, I just hate it for whatever reason. Well, you have an option. There's one option. So we tried to make it where you guys had options. Like if you hated the milling or you had to have titanium, right? Or you like stonewash or you want a coated blade, there's options for everything, you know? So that's it. I will shut up now about that. Sorry. Purple is beautiful. I love purple. Yeah, me too, dude. Purple is like the go-to, I think. For me, it's better than blue. Although these in blue came out really nice. Let's go purple. Hell yeah, a bunch of purple. People love it. Black wash blade on the purple would be sweet. Gray, Nerp light. Nice, Nerp light. What's the overall length? Shit. I don't know off the top of my head, man. It's the same as the nip. You can actually go to White Mountain Knives. He has the specs up, I think. I think it's like 6 inches or something, 6.5 maybe. It's a small knife, 5th pocket knife. Cybertruck theme, purple for the win. That black and gray is sick. Gray, black, and purple always work. That's different. Looks awesome. Hell yeah. That's the one. Love the gray with black wash. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's so weird. It just, I don't know. But it worked out. I still don't know where we came up with that. Maybe Colin did, or I did, or we just mashed one together. The V2 looks awesome in black and whatever carbon fiber that is. Yeah, that's watermelon sugar. Yeah, I actually prefer the black with the fat carbon or camo carbon. I think when you're doing camo carbon, you should try to do black bolsters. The 80s one looks good, and I think some people will prefer that, but I'm on the side where I like the black and then the inlay, The black and blue should be the Bender blender. Bender blender. Any variation of carbon fiber. Yeah, except for the Chinese fat carbon. I hate this stuff. I hate that shit. I should show you guys all the knives I got in. I opened, if you saw my video today, I opened like 20 boxes. Had a whole bunch of knives. 2 syllables on orange, eh? Cool. What? Orange? What do you say? Orange? You just say orange? Anyone not here is missing out. Hell yeah, man. Well, they'll be able to get them when they come out. So that 80s V2 is incredible. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. As soon as we did these, I was like, oh, I wish we had an 80s, Tall boy, sign me up. Yeah, that's the biggest knife we've done. 3.5-inch blade. So 8-inch knife. So for those of you that have been, everything's too small, I think that one's could fit anybody, Just soils myself. Nice, dude. Whatever's going on with the bottom one, I want it. Is that the 80s tall boy? Yeah, I like that one too. Honestly, man, looking at those, I kind of want one of every one of those knives. I usually don't do that. I usually just, keep 1 or 2. I don't have like a collection of every knife we've ever dropped, every version. It's not my style. But, I also had I thought I opened the Lushes too. I thought I showed you those. Let me show you the Lushes. I thought I tagged those in here. Huh. Okay. Cancel. So here, I'll show you the mini Growler protos, and then I'll show you the Lushes too. I thought I sent those though, but I guess not. Because they look pretty damn sexy too. And these are coming out soon. Okay, here we go. Show and tell number 2. Yeah, that's some insane milling in the 80s. Yeah, it's funny. I wasn't sure how that was going to play out. You know what I mean? I thought the 80s might be, I don't know if it would be too much, but it worked out with oh my God, these Growlers look amazing. Holy shit. All right, hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. Where are the damn Lushes, dude? Why can't I find the Lushes? Got him. Oh, man. Everything looks so good. Dude, here's some more. All right, check these out. Here's some more for you. These are all coming soon, I hope. All right. So these are prototypes. Check out the Growler Mini. So this is the Mini Growler prototype. So these top ones are titanium. You have blue, and you have, this is the dark wash. So it's like aluminum oxide, or I don't know how they do it exactly, but oh my God, it looks good. It looked good. I don't know what the blade finish is. If I could actually find these stupid pictures, I would zoom in on it. So I think that one's stone washed. Zoom. There we go. Yeah, that one's stone washed. And then the top one and this one are belt satin. And obviously that one's a black wash. But so this one's all blacked out hardware. Dark wash on the tie, and then stone wash on the blade. And these are like think pony stout size. So pony stout sized growler, basically. So it's a little bit shorter this way, right? Probably a little thinner. It's already a pretty thin knife, but so that's the front. You could kind of imagine the back, but I guess I'll show you. I don't know what the hell, where to go. Dude, I swear, I'm gonna flip out. I'm just gonna do this. Fuck this. I'm just sharing my whole screen now. I'm really sick of this bullshit. All right. So that was the one you saw, right? So I'm gonna close that one. Maybe this wasn't the one you saw. I don't know. This is the clip side. This is the clip side. You actually didn't see this. Yeah, this one just stands out to me. Although I kind of wish it had a belt satin, but I think it does go better with a stone wash, or even like an acid wash would look sick on that. So that's that one. That's the tall boy, obviously. I don't know what app it uses when I do that. Here's that bead blasted, or sorry, the washed one. I'm trying to make it bigger, and it's just being a bitch right now. Yeah, that looks really good to me. What do you guys think? I'm really excited for this knife. I love the Growler, but I've always wanted it to be a little smaller. Like, personally, I just like a smaller blade. So I think this is going to be sick. I think it's like a 2.9 inch blade, something like that. 2.75, I think, is actually what we asked for. So just picture that if you can. All right, here's the Lushes. These are the Lushes. So we have Flow Party. So these all have the same satin as the original Lush concept. To this day, still cannot do a belt satin. This knife would look so good with a real belt satin, but it is what it is. It's, you know, $199. It's not like $300 or whatever. So, but anyway, we did Flow Party camo carbon. I realized the picture's not great. I got this from Concept. We don't have them yet. So this is Flow Party, probably my favorite camo carbon right now, because it takes all the good colors in 80s and it kind of drops the bad ones. Like, it gets rid of green and blue, and I really don't like green and blue. I tolerate it in 80s, but like when you get a knife in gecko camo carbon, I hate gecko because I want it to just be 80s. I just want the better colors, you know? So I think this one's sick because it's pink, orange, and yellow, which are the best colors, in my opinion. I could even add some purple in there. You know, that'd be cool, but whatever. So anyway, you have Flow Party, Purple Haze, 80s, and then Dark Matter Gold. And then there's a blacked out one with Dark Matter Glow. So this is Dark Matter Glow, Fat Carbon. This is Fat Carbon, and then this is Fat Carbon, and then these two are Camo Carbon. And this one has a black wash blade. The rest of them have the satin blade. That looks sick, doesn't it? Here's the other. Let me see. I can get the view from the front, if you know what I'm saying. That's the wrong view again. You want to show me the other view? God damn it. It's so annoying. Let me go to Jesus Christ. Downloads. Yes. Thank you. Clearly the wrong one again. I'm gonna flip out in a second. I'm gonna flip out in a second. Where's the goddamn Lush? Where the goddamn Lush be at? Motherfucker. Ah! God damn it. Keep clicking on that. All right, I give up. I'm done. I don't want to torture you with this zoomed in on the bullshit. Hell yeah, dude. Purple's awesome. 2025. Nah, dude. 2024, man. These are all the ones I just showed you are basically done. The Stout V2s aren't done yet, but they're close. And we still have the tall boys in production. So still have those yet. And the nip slips. Some other ones we haven't, those you haven't seen tonight. And then we got to get the chasers into production. I have everybody's order for that. And then we got to figure this one out once we get some money. I do love this one. I do have some changes already. The clip, I think, is a little too tight. I got to test the other ones. I only carried the Lefty one. But it wasn't really the clip. It was this part. It was just too tight. I think it's because it's thicker back here. It probably has a lot of tension because of that, maybe. But it carries well. It's not too tight in general. It's just like going over the seam. And then I think we need to knock down these corners on the clip because they're a little sharp in your hand. I took the Lefty one apart. It's supposed to have a pass-through detent hole. It does not. So we need to add that. And then I think the plunge grind needs to be fixed. I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't think it's great. They did a good job on the Stout. I wish they would just use that on everything. A black and bright yellow. Oh, you mean with the aluminum? Yeah, that could be cool, man. It could be cool. If I said DLC on the nip lights, it's not. It's PVD. The tall boys, PVD. On the Stout V2s, that's DLC. So the one with the pink and the orange collars, those ones, that's actually DLC. Best Tech use it like this. This is DLC. But Kubi uses PVD. Hell yeah, man. There you go. Yeah, we try to make them so that we have versions that match. So if you have, the bigger knife, the smaller knife, or, whatever, we try to keep some of the versions consistent. Nah, I don't mind, man. I think it's fun. I just want to talk about it. Like, it's hard for me to keep a secret, Like, I didn't tell you guys about this one until I got the prototypes. This one I held off showing you. We have We have one other one in prototyping right now that you guys don't know about. I think you've seen everything else, but you haven't seen this one. And technically, you haven't seen the the nipple. That one right now, we're working with Grand Knife. They're actually the ones who make Vosteed's stuff like this. I asked Vosteed if they could make us a nip, a larger nip with the top liner lock. And they said yes, and they got us in contact with Grand Knife. So I don't know how they're connected. I think Vosteed is part owner of that shop or something. But they're working on the design and everything now. We had to get rid of the flipper tab to make the compression lock work. But we were able to move the button up. So instead of like on a, it's hard to explain, but like on a RS Chaos or a Psyop or whatever from Vosteed with the top liner lock, the button is usually like here, right? They have the button down the handle a little bit. We were able to move it up so that it's up here like a button lock would be. So it has the, I don't have a great example. I don't have like a just button lock sitting here. But you get my point, right? We were able to move it up so that you can push the button, you know, right next to or above the pivot. So we'll have those prototypes coming. We have a bit driver that we have some prototypes hopefully in the works on now. That has been the hardest project to get going, is the bit driver. It's just been so hard to find factories that want to make it. It's just too complicated or what. But I mean, I've asked Riot, I've asked Kubi, I've asked QSP. They all, Riot never responded. The other 2 or 3 said, no, we don't make that stuff. Like, we can't make it. We had one OEM that said they could make it, but then they were like, kind of like, we're too busy. Like, why don't you get somebody else to make it? And they wanted like $2,000 for samples. Then we asked another OEM, we asked Best Tech, and they said they could make it, but then they quoted us $140 a pop for a bit driver and a stand, which is just way too much. You can't charge $250 or whatever for a bit driver set. I don't think. I mean, if that's what it ends up being, yeah, we'll probably scrap it or change materials or something. I don't know. But yeah, but the quote we got from the one company that then kind of told us they were too busy, because I think it's just too complicated for some people. They don't want to fuck with it. They quoted us a lot lower than that. So I think we'll be good. We're hoping to sell it. Like, I would love to sell it for $100, 150 tops. Let's say it's all titanium. You do get a base with it. So it's not just a driver. I'll actually show you the design. It's designed by O.Show, my boy O.Show. He's done some designs with Kaiser. I think he has maybe another one, Best Tech or something. I can't remember. And he sent me this 3D printed version, and I loved it. And Colin and I have been trying to get a bit driver design together for a while. And the design idea we had is kind of like this, basically. So it kind of just worked. And I asked him, like, would you want to collaborate on it? He said, yeah. So I'm trying to find an OEM so we can get this thing mass produced, where he's working with a shop in his country. He lives in Eastern Europe somewhere, and they can only make like a couple. So those are like custom ones. But anyway, this is a 3D printed driver set. So it's a base. It's been redesigned since. So this base does not have it's not symmetric. The one side is basically flat, so it sits better. But you have a bearing in here, and you can basically use the base as a spinner if you want. But then obviously you can put all of your bits in here. And then this sits on here, right? So this is how it sits on your desk. Now, as soon as I got this, as soon as he said, yes, I want to work on it with you, I said, we're adding magnets so that this, sucks onto here. So the actual bit driver, this is a 3D printed one. It will have magnets so that this, gets magnetized on here. And he already tested it. He got one made over there. And the magnets are strong enough that you're not going to like shake it off or anything. But if you grab it, it'll just come off the stand. You won't pick up the whole stand with it and then have to fuck with that. So if you need to use it, you just grab it and it comes off. But if it's on your desk, the magnet is strong enough to keep it right here. You know what I mean? And then you have the driver with, obviously it'll have a bearing back there to spin. Really good ergonomics, nice and slim, contoured all over the place, good grip everywhere. And then it takes obviously 1/4-inch bits. And then a really cool feature is you can unscrew this and there's another bit in here. So the way you can actually use this is you can use this for storage, right? You could have like a T6 in here and a T8 in here if you wanted, right? But the cool thing is you can actually now have 2 drivers. You could use this as a finger bit. You could use this like the skiff finger bit. It's obviously not as, you're not as locked in, but you can definitely use it. So you can do that and then use this to break loose Loctite or whatever if you have a spinning barrel or something. And then you can store a bit in here and then you just thread it back on and it disappears. It's fucking awesome, dude. O.Show, my boy. So obviously I fell in love with it. And we're hoping to have this be a Divo product. And it'll be a Divo whatever. I think we're going to call it the name we came up with for the design we wanted. It's called the Bit Bomb. So the design we wanted was a bit driver that sits into a stand. And then it has bits in the stand all the way around that kind of stick out like shrapnel. And we wanted to call it the Bit Bomb. Well, this basically does that. When you put bits in here, it looks just like I'm talking about. And this kind of looks like a rocket or something. So I think Bit Bomb works. So anyway, I'm hoping we can do that because we haven't done anything but knives so far, you know. Hell yeah. Thanks, guys. Hells yeah. I'm your new pool boy. Just pay me in knives. Dude, the pool is so fucking sick. My kid wants to go in it every day, which is exactly what I was hoping would happen. Because I want to go in it every day. But it's hard to do that when you're 30 and it feels like you're kind of being a little kid. But I have a little kid. She wants to go in every day. Now, every time we go in now, she's like, I want to learn how to swim because she gets to take her floaties off. And basically, I am holding her the whole time. And then she'll try to swim from me to the stairs or the stairs to me. Or she'll go around on the little board and kick. Or I'll throw her, spin her, whatever. And she doesn't have to wear floaties. I just think it makes her feel good that she doesn't have floaties on. Like she feels cool or grown up or something. I don't know. It's a mental thing. I know I probably did the same shit. And I really want her to learn how to swim. I'm trying to teach her. It's hard though. I've gotten her to no floaties, just try, and she'll go underwater and she doesn't complain about it. She doesn't like get scared. She'll go under for a few seconds and I'll grab her, whatever. But But what I'm noticing is she has a hard time kicking and paddling at the same time. She's not good at the doggy paddle, but she's really good at kicking. She can almost keep her head out just kicking. So I need to figure out how to make that. Like, how do you get them to paddle and kick at the same time? Like, I don't know. It's just like some kind of, it's like rubbing your belly and patting your head at the same time. You can't do it. I don't know. So I want to get her classes, obviously, but they don't start till they're 4. She turned 4 last week. And then the place that we want to go to, they have like signups, and you got to sign up like that day at 10 a.m. or all the spots fill up instantly. It's like one of those stupid things. So anyway. No, dude, I just don't get it. Like usually when I open a picture, it opens in photos, but it wasn't using photos. I don't know what it was using. So I couldn't fucking find them anywhere. Yeah, you could always, buy 2 and switch them, or maybe we'll switch some around. I don't know, but never going to have the perfect options for everybody. You know what I mean? These are great options. Belkin should hire you to pick the configs. He does. I think they do pretty good with those. I kind of wish they just did all belt satin again, so that I could just choose the finishes I like, or the materials I like. But now they do all the different materials and finishes, and so usually I end up just having to pick between 1 or 2 that have belt satin, because for some reason I always want belt satin. I don't know. What about a red and orange and black carbon fiber named the Bonfire? Could work. They have Mars Valley or Lava Flow that are similar to that. The Lava or Mars Valley is red, black, and orange, actually. But some reason the red ones don't sell well, so we don't tend to use them too much anymore. We did Lava Flow on the Lush, and it's like nobody wanted it. I mean, okay, they sold out, but when we sell them at shows, it's like the last one that people pick up. You know what I mean? It's like watching my 80-year-old grandfather try. No, come on, he just turns it. My grandfather always just locked my phone. I'd be like, watch this, and then it was kind of funny how they always do that. Yeah, you like them nuts back there, dude? I just brought that up because I ran out. I love those suckers, except when I tried to throw away a bag of the wrong ones. I bought those shittier ones that are like styrofoam, and they're like, I don't know how to explain them. They don't look like peanuts. They're different. And I threw them away because I have 2 bags of these. These ones you could put in the toilet or the sink, and they're biodegradable. They dissolve. Those other ones, I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to get rid of them. So I tried to dump them into the trash can. Of course, there was a gust of wind at that exact moment, and they flew all over my yard. So I went around with my Milwaukee cordless shop vac, which was awesome. And I just sucked them all up out of the grass and shit. And then today, they freaking came back to haunt me for some reason. I had some in the shop vac, and I went to clean off my the mat that goes on the bed of my truck. And something was up with the vacuum. Like it wasn't sucking right. That's what she said, or he said. And I opened it, and a gust of wind came, and a bunch of these peanuts came out of there again. Never again am I ordering those. But I love these. These are awesome. I joked about people spending thousands at Blade Atlanta, yet I'm boned up about the new Divo lineup. Oh, yeah, dude. Gotta get some. Fuck yeah, dude. I think it would be 2028, I guess. Well, I guess, yeah, you start in 2029. Shit, dude, I would run for president. Hopefully in 2028, we're going to have some good options. Hopefully. right now it's kind of rough, isn't it? Like you got to pick the best option for you, but neither of them are like the best option. Boy. Let's not talk about politics, though. That's a way to get. Never mind. That just happened. Do you think the pussy chaser or a pink chaser is too provocative? Yeah, probably. Probably too provocative. We don't have a chaser that's pink anyway, so love wire clips. Yeah, we still use them on the affordable stuff, but we're going away from them on the premium stuff. So like the tall boy, it has the wire clip slots, but it has a milled clip, but you can reverse it. And the Stout, we did the milled clip, but you can actually take this off and put a wire clip in there, which we provided. So you have either option. But like this one, we went to a milled clip. It just looks cleaner. And if you're going to be charging $300, you kind of have to go to a milled clip at that point. We learned that lesson on the Buzz. Nip Light, Growler Mini, Chaser, and maybe another Lush Divo shopping list. Hell yeah, Carlo. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. I will look at it, dude. I don't know what it is, but we somehow always get screwed on plunge grinds. We try to get them to fix it. We think it's good, and then it comes out, and people are like, this plunge grind sucks. And we're like, what the fuck? Like on the premium Pony Stout, we actually thought we fixed it from the original. And apparently we didn't. So I need like a plunge grind expert. I told Neves I need to put him on retainer for that. Looks like an improved Royal. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for, honestly, on that. Because I love the Royal design. And we wanted to do a premium one because Kubi wasn't doing it. And then they finally came out with one. I didn't love it, though, because I wish they did a liner lock still. I saw some kind of Remette with 10 memberships gifted. Shout out to Remette Knife. Hell yeah. Absolutely love the folks at Remette Knife. You should check out my videos, but they've been one of the best companies that I've ever worked with, you know. Sometimes it just works really well with a brand. And I just feel like Remette is awesome. Like for instance, they sent me a fixed blade. I don't have it here. Or they asked me if I wanted to check out a fixed blade. And I said, yeah, I'll check it out and I'll show it. But I can't do like a full review or anything because I don't use fixed blades. I'm not a fixed blade guy. They're not my thing. And they were like, yeah, no problem. If you want, you don't even have to check it out if you don't want to, or just pass it around, whatever. No big deal. And I was like, okay, sweet. So I feel like a lot of companies, they're like, can you make sure you say this or show this or point out this or do this or whatever? And, I say no to all that. I don't put shit in my video just because somebody tells me to. But they don't do that. They're just like, we want an honest review on the knife. We want feedback. Like they want feedback so they can make their knives better, So I think that's really cool. Anyway, I love working with them. They're good peeps. Shout out to Remette. And they said, good evening, everyone. Hope you all have a great evening. Thank you very much. Team Remette. It's an old man's game. Yes, sir. That's a good way to put it. It's a good way to... Oh, man. Is that another 10? No. Okay, good. Man, I was like, what? Luck Knives, what up, dude? Mike in the house. If you guys want a fixed blade growler, he be making those. Look, we got another awesome OEM in the house. Kaiser, Paul Wang. What up, Paul? My journey heard the allegations. I don't know what that means. Where's my journey? Is there some kind of allegations here? Says money. See that? I don't know, maybe that was just a joke. If there's allegations, let me know what they are. I am interested. Somebody said Good Screw Divo collab. So I actually did contact Good Screw. They were the first people I contacted to get that made. And they just are so busy. They find, like, now they were like, hey, we can we can maybe start looking at making a sample for you or whatever for the bit driver. So nothing really has happened yet. They did show me a new knife that they're launching and they're sending me, and it looks wild as fuck. Looks really cool. But yeah, actually, Remette is taking a crack at the bit driver. So they were they had the balls to actually try to make this bit driver that nobody else wants to make. Oh, man. That's worth the money. Perfect. I'd grab one. A lot of thought, man. Creds to you, man. I want that. Hopefully you're talking about the bit driver. I'd buy that. Great design. Sound looks interesting. T6 and T8. Suction cup on bottom. No, it's just it's titanium. It's going to have weight. Don't worry. It'll stay in place. I think a suction cup would kind of take away from the aesthetic, Great place to keep screws in as well with the magnetic base. There you go. So there's some things you can do there. I think it's a great design. He showed me another one he has that has like fidget stuff built into the driver. So like, slidey things, clicky things, all types of shit. He even showed me one that it was the same design, but it actually had 2 sections you could unscrew, and there was 2 extra bits in there. I thought one was enough. The way it's designed there, I think looks great and functionally works great. So I didn't want to mess with that, but he's got some great ideas. O.Show. That's my boy. I don't know why, but red knives just don't appeal to me. Yeah. Can you make a bit that has a pen ink feature? I would love a pen with that type of spinner on top. Yeah. Actually, there is a pen with a spinner on top that's really, 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 really cool. It's actually my daily driver pen, and I've had it for months. But this company just refuses to launch the damn thing, so I can't show it to you. I've had it for months, dude, and I love it. And it's going to be affordable. It's titanium. It's really goddamn good. It's got a cool mechanism, and it has a spinner thing on the back that's very built in, doesn't feel odd at all. It's my favorite pen, I think, and I can't show it to you. So when that day comes, I will gladly show it to you. So I think they gifted 10 more memberships. Hot damn, Remette. You guys are the shit. Thank you. And a $2 super sticker. Psh, psh. Telling you, these are my people. And a $20 super sticker. Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. You know what we should talk about, Remette? We should talk about a giveaway. Maybe we could work on a giveaway together for the channel. Maybe for one of my monthly membership giveaways or something. We could work something out and do a giveaway. I think that would be cool. Thank you for your trust and recognition of Remette. We will continue to introduce valuable knives. Hell yeah. They do listen, which I think is really cool. So, hey, just a heat treat issue. They will get it. So, this is actually funny that you bring this up because so there's a guy who I think posted a video where he had heat treat pokers or something. He had some kind of like, I don't know what it is, but he does like a heat treat test on the Falcon, I think it is. And I don't even know what he came up with. If anybody knows, you can tell me. But the folks at Remette actually hit me up last night and they were like, hey, do you have a heat treat tester? Like, do you have a heat treat machine or whatever they're called? And I said, no, but I know, I have a buddy, Transparent Knives. He has a heat treat thing and he could test stuff for me. And then Justin from Tier 1 said his business partner has a heat treat tester, HRC tester. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's like a $6,000 machine or something, he said. And he's like, he could help out. So I told Remette, I was like, you guys, they said they have a tester at their facility. They do their own heat treat, by the way, which is really cool because a lot of OEMs, I would say the majority of OEMs are getting their steel heat treated by a big heat treater in China. I'm pretty sure that a lot of them just order the steel and they get it, heat treated like Best Tech does. They've sent me their sheets that have it's like a product sheet with the steel and the HRC and stuff like that. But some of the OEMs do their own heat treat. Like I think Kubi does because they do their own they call it some kind of, I forget what it's called, like electric cryogenic, some crazy shit. And that's how they're able to do like our tall boy. They sent me a punch and on the machine, it was at 62, the S90V. So anyway, Remette has a machine. So I said, you should post something showing you testing it or whatever, because I've seen Kunwu do that. I've seen other brands do that. They're trying to just show the HRC of the steel in the factory. Makes perfect sense, especially if somebody's questioning it. And they said, yeah, we can do that. We'll do that. I think they posted something today. Today was insane. So I didn't have a chance to really watch it. So again, if anybody saw that or if Remette wants to answer here, what they showed, what was the HRC, but they said, yeah, we can do the testing here and show it, but we would really love for you to have somebody test it or whatever so that we can get like a fair review. So we can get a fair test from the final product over there, right, in the US, and show what the HRC is coming up at on a legitimate HRC testing machine. I'm not sure if the guy who did this video, I don't even know his name or anything, but I'm in a group where some people were talking about it and they said he was using tools. I think they're just tools where you scratch the steel, and then if it leaves a scratch, then the HRC. If it doesn't scratch, it's under, over, whatever, right? But they have to be calibrated, and if they're older, they're not really made for these, these steels at these higher HRCs and everything. But I just thought it was really cool because they weren't just yeah, our steel is at this. Here's our test. Suck it. Right? Because I feel like that's what a lot of companies do. They're like, oh, somebody's questioning our HRC. So, well, we tested here in the shop. It's at 62. So, your stuff's messed up, right? No, they didn't do that. They're like, yeah, we can show it, but we'd also like a third party to test it accurately and provide those results to everybody so that we can get a fair, determination on that. This is what I'm saying about Remette. They're cool. They're not trying to hide anything. And if there is something wrong with the HRC or the heat treat, they want to know so they can fix it. You know what I mean? They're not just trying to like prove somebody wrong, which is what I feel like this day and age in our country, at least. I don't know if it's everywhere, but it's just, you know, talking about politics. It's just, man, it's like, it's either A or B. There's no gray area. You're right or you're wrong. And you can't have debates, because otherwise it's, you know, that would be a conversation. How could you possibly have a conversation? You're either wrong or you're right. And you're either proving why you're right or you're just right and everybody knows it. You know, I don't know. It just bugs me. Anyway, that was a long ass story. I'm sorry. But I just wanted to kind of tell the story because they've just been so cool with stuff. It's very refreshing to me, I guess is the best way to put it. I've been working with, you know, overseas companies, US companies, mostly overseas for a long time. And Remette just feels like a breath of fresh air to me. So clearly I'm excited about it and I'm talking about it. Mr. Eddie wants his knife back or money, I guess. I don't know who Eddie is. A new detachable knife? Sign me up. I don't know what that means, but I want in. Is it a ballistic knife? I think I just explained it. I can't remember the guy's channel name, and honestly, I watched part of a video of his somebody sent me previously where he was like spine whacking knives, and he has some contraption that looks like a sex machine where he literally has like an anvil hammer down on the blade to try to fail the knife, which makes no sense to me. Spine whacking is so dumb, but then that is even worse to me. Some people, you know, they like that kind of shit. I don't get it, but I watched like 2 minutes of one of his videos and turned it off. But I think that's what happened. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he called them out or said something else. I didn't watch the video, like I said. So Remette published a video today with proper equipment showing 60 HRC, while another YouTuber is saying, oh yeah, there's no fucking way it's at 56.5. We're talking about M390, right? Like, I really don't think you could get 56.5. That's when you have a steel like that and it's showing 56.5, that's when you should signal to yourself, I need to calibrate my fucking equipment, because that's just crazy low, right? Have we ever seen somebody release a knife at 56.5? I've actually heard, I can't prove this because I didn't look it up, but I heard, somebody else can, I've heard that LTK tested the Remette M390 and it came back at 62. So I've always heard 62 on their M390. Now 60 is fine too, honestly. 60 to 62 is a good window for me on M390. I don't really want 58 to 60. I want 60 to 62, right? I don't know what they listed at, but I think that would be like the ideal range for me. Being realistic, yes, a lot of people are going to say it should be 63 to 64 or whatever, 62 to 64, but you're never going to get that on M390 for a production knife. Production heat treat is just so much different. People don't understand that. Like, they have to have it be lower for a reason. They have to machine and grind and do all this shit to the steel for hundreds and hundreds of blades. They can't have it at the hardest fucking HRC you can get. It would just destroy their consumables, and it just isn't worth it. That's why I love S9DV, because it's good at 60 to 62. Like, it's very good at that heat treat range, you know? It's like 14C. It was literally made for this. You know, S90 wasn't, but I'm just saying that heat treat range is good for S90V. So just got over 120 subs, trying to get up there like you. Hell yeah, dude. You get there, man. Just keep at it. I mean, I've been at it for over 3 years now. I guess this is 4 years. So 3.5 years now. So, you know, it's slow for me. Some people take off, whatever. I just do my thing, though. I've never really tried to do anything to get more subs, if you know what I mean. So I'm happy with where I'm at. And I just love you guys hanging out and shit. I don't know if you saw this earlier, but can you make a bit for your bit driver that has a penning? Yeah, I saw it. I don't think you can do that. Maybe like a mini bit. I'm sure they make, there's probably a pen that's a 1/4 inch slot. You just get that and put it in there, right? That would be cool, dude. I've thought of the same thing. I actually, when we were working on a different design, because we wanted to make a pen, I think we still have the design somewhere, a pen we were working on. And my idea for it was to have like refills that, I can't remember exactly what I was thinking. I told Colin all this shit. I had this idea. And kind of like, you know, those, when you were in school, you'd have those pens where you could like take the thing out and then you put it in the end and you push it through and then the other one pops out and you have different sizes of whatever. It was sort of an idea like that where you could have a bit driver and then it could also turn into a pen easily. And I can't remember exactly how I came up with it, but it's kind of like the bolt or the refill you could change it out. I've always thought a pen bit driver thing would be sick. I just, you know, that's a lot of engineering and I'm not an engineer. So, but maybe we'll do that someday. The YouTube guy used a Lieb hardness tester, which is a legit device, but not really designed for small, thin material like a knife blade. I have a similar design and tested a Remette Rhino at 56.3. Yeah, I just don't think 14C, I don't know. It just seems crazy to be that low on 14C to me. But again, they want somebody to test it on like a legit machine. So I think I'm going to do that. I was going to send the Falcon, the Peregrine Falcon, off to Transparent Knives or the Tier 1's business partner. One of those two who have like a legit one that punches and it has the, you know, it has like the dial on it and everything. Divo with Remette OEM. Hell yeah. I would love to do a Divo knife with Remette. They're working on the bit driver, so might be sooner than you think, but I'd love to do a knife too. They, I mean, their quality is fucking amazing. So that's usually my first requirement of an OEM is that they make good knives, and they do. CBRX is the channel you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, I saw some comments from him like replying to people, and he was like really rude and cocky and arrogant and just makes me not want to watch anything. So I'm good. I must say, I appreciate the response from brands like Artisan and Remette over the cease and desist response. Right. Yeah, the people who are just like, screw you, whatever. No, companies are like, I want to first make sure that your information is accurate, and then we'll do something about it. You know what I mean? But somebody said they tested it themselves and it was at 60. So is that the 14C or the M390? I'm not sure. And LTK knows what he's talking about. There you go. It all comes down to how sharpening the knife, HRC. Yeah, but I mean, if you're at 56, that's like, you could sharpen it. It's not going to stay sharp for more than 2 minutes. So, but yeah, at a certain point, I think you're right. Wonder how Spyderco does it with Rex 45, like 66. Well, it depends on the steel. So Rex 45, you can go that high and it'll still be a solid steel. But if you take like M390 to 66, it's probably just gonna be so brittle, it'll just chip left and right. He tested the Remette blade at 56 and then immediately tested a Hogue MagnaCut blade using the same equipment at around 64. Explain that. Well, I would say it's a different blade. It's a different, it was one of them coated. What was the finish on it? There's a lot of variables there. His testing equipment might do better at high HRC and be less accurate at low HRC, or I don't fucking know. But there's plenty of things I can think of as to why that wouldn't make sense. And you don't know if the Hogue blade is accurate either. Maybe that's at 62. Like, is Hogue really going to 64? That's crazy high for MagnaCut, even for a production company. You know? So could have went over there, under on that. I don't fucking know, dude. I'm not an expert. I'm just telling you the story. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they want to get it tested by a third-party tester to know. So they're not running from it, that's for sure. You should use Remette as an OEM for a Divo. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, we just covered that one. That would be sick. I'd gladly do it. I haven't talked to them about pricing or any of that shit, so, but I definitely would like to do it. They're great people. Thank you for the 2 bones as well, Michael. Kev, have you ever been to Penn Island? Penis Land? No, I haven't. You're too funny, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. I have a pen knife that has an attachment to get a 1/4-inch bit, some random company a while ago. Nice. Also has a light. Yeah. Kubi's 14C tested at 60.4 for reference. I get it, dude. You're skeptical. I mean, you're making a good case. I'm not but can we just get that blade sent somewhere to have somebody else test it to be sure? Could there be one knife that's fucked up? There's a lot of things that could happen, so I don't know. No Prime Day deals. I learned a lot watching lives. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There's always going to be some variation in HRC, but 4 points is too much. What knife was it? Would be my question. He's still a prick. I don't care how his tests are. 63.5 is the best for M390. That's what I was told by Brian Kim. Yeah, I would probably believe that. I'd be worried it'd be brittle at that point. Like, it would chip real easy, but Hogue runs their MagnaCut at 62 to 64. Yeah, that usually means 62, though. Pretty crazy that it was actually at 64, but what is the tools he was using? I know somebody gave the name, but are they the ones where you scratch it, or do you poke it, or how does it work? Is it like the whole machine where you poke it and then it ching, or is it some handheld shit? Yeah, I'm MagnaCut out too, my friend. I feel you. If we have a knife made here in America, I will use MagnaCut. Otherwise, I will not. That's how I feel about it. Because I know if it's made here, I can dictate HRC better. It's going to be really good. Not so excited about that, Kershaw doing same 64 on MagnaCut. Nice. $90 link. Hell yeah, dude. What Divo news did I miss? Oh, man, I showed I showed like 5 different models and all the versions and shit. There's a lot of stuff coming, so you didn't miss anything that actually dropped or anything. Just watch back the live later. I shared all the versions of the Tall Boy and the Nip Light and the Lush, and I showed the new prototypes of the Bender. This is the Bender. We have a full dress version. I'm calling the Epic Bender. Zircuti, clip, collar, backspacer, Damasteel on the blade. The Epic Bender, or the what was it? The high spender bender. Can't even say it. Put it in a blender, watch it spin around and into oblivion. Oh my head. You should definitely check his equipment against a traditional Rockwell tester. I know. Yeah, I mean, I just wouldn't be that cocky about it if I was him. You know? He's been like super cocky about it. It's like, well, what if your shit is wrong, dude? Wait, it was the Falcon? So he's saying the M390 on the Falcon was at 56? Yeah, that sounds insane to me, dude. Especially because, again, somebody confirmed this, but did LTK test one at 62? Because if that's true, then if he has one at 56, maybe it's just the spot he tested somehow is a weird fucking spot. I don't know. Or it's just a bad one, or like, I don't know, man. That's crazy to me. I thought it was going to be like they used to make, or they do make, really affordable budget knives. Like when they first came out, they had some, like, I swear they were like $20 or $30 budget knives. I was thinking it was going to be one of those. But the Falcon? I don't know. I don't think so. But I don't know. I do know that the HRC on the Bel Air first batch was lower. People were saying it was at 60 to 61. So, and they were complaining about 60 to 61, and then they were going to bump it up to 63, 64 on the second batch, right? So, I think that could be wrong too. I don't know. Where is he testing it on the blade? Like, there's so many variables here. I think, but like, what are the blade finishes on all these knives? Like, I'd be wondering that too. Like, hell yeah. Morning is the best. Yeah, before you pee. It's an impact device. It uses a carbide projectile that strikes the blade, and the HRC is determined by how far it bounces in the tube. Yeah, that's fucking bullshit, dude. That sounds like the worst test. I don't know, man. Like, wouldn't like the finish throw it off? Wouldn't the spot throw it off? Because if you're like on an angle or you're not, or if it's perfectly flat or it's contoured, or, you know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of variables there. Like if it's satin and it's smooth versus rough and acid washed or coated. I don't know. Just describing that sounds fucking dumb, but I don't know. I'm definitely biased. I love Remette. So like I want their steel to be good. So, and I've heard this guy's a dick. So like I definitely want him to be wrong. So I'm not going to lie about that. It's obvious, obviously. Obvious. You can tell I'm defending here, but I'm also trying to be logical. And that sounds dumb as hell. Compared to The regular testers, although I honestly don't know how they work. They might work the same fucking way. I have no idea. I don't know. Over MagnaCut brings prices way too high. There are a lot of dope as fuck steels. I always will love S90V. Yeah. S90V is kind of my that's kind of my perfect baseline premium steel. Give me S90V and I'm happy, right? I'll take Van X. You know, I like LMAX. I really don't want M390 to be honest. I just don't like it. 20 CV, I haven't had the best experience with either of those steels. Now, I've had more of it than anything else, so maybe that's part of it. But I've chipped a lot of M390 in my day. I just prefer S90V. I think it's way better. Remette, if you're still watching, just switch to S90V on your premium knives. I think you'll like S90V, or try LMAX or something. Get away from M390. You know, people buy it. It still has the name and whatever, but it costs more than the ones I just mentioned. Maybe not LMAX because it's the same company, but you can get S90V, I think, cheaper than M390. And it's better, in my opinion, especially for production knives. So I would recommend a switch to S90V or Van X. If you could do Van X on your shit, whoo, hell yeah. Finally got power back. Good for you, man. I'm glad. Damn, it's 1220. I think the lead tester is that it's only accurate if the metal is tested is completely flat. Ha! See? If it was warped, the test would be invalid. Yeah, I don't know what that looks like. How big is the piece that bounces? You know what I mean? Is it just a little tube, like a little poker, like the HRC test thing I know? Or is it like a bigger piece? He has had a hard time with coated blades. It's hilarious. I don't think he really knows what he's doing very well. Yeah. See, yeah, and then you got coated blades. Fuck this. It's such a flawed test. So when he gets a good result, he's like, yeah, dude, I did it perfectly. It's great. And then he gets a bad result. He just blames it on the steel, even though, can you really be sure? I don't know. I just want to get it tested by a third party that actually tests like professionally, right? Like people can argue as much as they want that their equipment's good and they do it properly or whatever, but you can't really be sure until you actually, like, guys, if I bought one of those testers and I was using it and giving you the results and standing on those results adamantly, which you guys know I never would, you wouldn't believe a fucking word I say, right? I mean, we all know I'm a dumbass. Like, I just don't think just a dude doing it and is like me taking knives apart, just like doing HRC testing with this thing makes sense. Like, look at LTK. He sends it out and gets a fucking report. Yeah, but dude, you got to get a good one. That's the thing. You got to get a good one and you got to send it off for calibrating or take it somewhere every so often to be calibrated. There's a whole process to it. Fuck yeah. Well, what did his come out at? Did his come out at 56 or whatever? 500 to 1,000. Just shut people up. I can say, send it in and I'll test it. Yeah, but we already have places we can do that. Don't waste your money, man. Nobody trusts you. Yeah, that's the other thing, you know? It's like, Every knife is different, man. As much as we want to believe they're the same, you give me two knives, the same exact knife. I have 4 prototypes here of the Bender. I can put them in order right now of which one's the best to the worst. There's just differences. There's action differences. There's acoustic differences. There's feel differences. There's like a lot of differences. Even though they're production knives, they're all made the same, all that shit. Yes, but they're tuned a little bit different. And the steel is going to be the same way. That's why they do a batch test. They can't sit there and test every fucking blade unless they're crazy like Pyrotech knives where they literally do that and write it down on your COA, but you're paying for that. That's why that knife costs $300 or whatever it costs. You know, if they don't do that, they could probably charge less. I'm not saying they should, but my point is there's variables there, right? So definitely some of that, but I don't know. That makes it even worse. A Benchmade guy. All right. I don't know the guy though, and I've watched literally somebody sent me a video. I skipped through it. Like I spent 2 minutes on it and I saw the beginning, like 30 seconds beginning, 30 seconds in the middle, and 30 seconds somewhere else, and then I turned it off because I just couldn't watch it. So I don't want to be sitting here talking shit, but you know, whatever. Who was that guy a couple of years ago talking shit? He was from Canada, I think. I forget how that started, but he was calling out reviewers for doing something for like, I forget. It was hilarious. And then we all just made fun of him and it was great. He was Canadian though. I know that. 20 CV on the buzz is good. Yeah, I think it's good, but I don't know. Just a burn, bro. So he's saying the blade was burned, I think. I don't know. I don't remember, so I didn't want to say that. But it might have been. I don't know. Oh, here he is. God damn it. Of course we invited him in. I have seen the channel you're talking about. As you guessed, the lead testers are not really designed for knives. First, the hardness ranges they work best in are lower than what we do in knives. But apparently he got 64 result on MagnaCut and other ones that kind of made sense, but this one didn't make sense. So I don't know. LMAX is cool for sure. Second, thinner pieces don't work great. It's for thick, large pieces. Okay. Hell yeah, Brian. Thanks. There's a reason why knife makers don't use lead testers, even though they're considerably cheaper. Blade Lab says the lead tests I've done match up pretty well with results you've posted, Brian. Ah. That's why Blade Lab is all on this guy's side. He's got one of these fucking things. So he's biased too. Motherfucker. I'm just kidding. Another 2 bones. LTK tested Remette steel M390 at 62.6. Boom. And he got a goddamn workup on it. So he's got a sheet from a third party that does this shit for a living. I trust that over some dude with a camera wearing a fucking douchey hat poking shit. I rest my case. No, but so like, what are you to believe, right? Would you rather believe that Remette has M390 steel that ranges from at least 62.6 all the way down to 56.8? Or would you believe that somebody's numbers are off? We now have LTK at 62.6, and we have Remette themselves showing 60 HRC. And then we have this guy at 56.8. To me, I would throw that one out. And then I would go with the mean, which is 61, I don't know, 0.3 or whatever. Maybe a little higher. I don't know. So I would say average it at 61 is where their M390 is at, based on the information I have, which I got to my conclusion with bias and bullshitting because I am not a fucking expert. But that's where I'm at right there. Fuck yeah. But yeah, I hit up Brian last night. I was like, yo, dude, can I send you a knife to test? He was like, fuck yeah, dude. So I might send him one. I might send him the Falcon to test. But the point that I wanted to make, regardless of if this guy's right, whatever, all that bullshit, right? The point that I wanted to make is that Remette came to me and asked if I would do it. Do you have an HRC tester? Or would you send it to a third party? They even said if there's any costs associated with it, we can cover it. And they wanted me to get it tested. The knife that I already have, it's not like a knife that they can, make sure it's at this HRC and then send it to me or whatever. I have the knife. I reviewed it a month ago. It's in my pass around group. They asked me, can I send that off to a third party to get tested so we can get the results? Because they just want to make sure they're getting a fair, accurate third party test. I like that. I like handling it like that versus A, cease and desist letter, B, just being a dick and being like, no, our HRC's this, right? So I just wanted to give him a shout out for it. I didn't mean to start this whole thing. So my bad. Yeah, we should blame Michael. We should. Slicey Dicey is not Canadian. You guys don't remember that guy's fucking name? It was hilarious. Yeah, I don't remember it either, though. I forget what he was saying. He was saying that we were like soft on these companies or something. Or no, he was saying there's this one thing that nobody talks about. And I forget what it was. It was something so dumb that I can't even remember now. It was like this one aspect of knives that people didn't talk about. And it bothered him that people didn't talk about it. It was so funny. And he made it sound like everybody leaves it out on purpose to help these companies. And yes, I do, Merso. I mean, I've literally had OEMs tell me, we have whatever it was, a set of liners or whatever, 100 liners that were slightly off, and they throw them out and redo them all. I'm sure they do the same thing on their knives, so they're not just risking the fact that they're going to have 100 bad ones out there. That's what I don't get. Why do people assume because they're Chinese that they're just trying to, they're not going to put in effort or whatever? Yeah, there's differences in the governments and how they manufacture all that shit. Yes. But some of the people still have pride. Some of the people still want to provide a quality product. They QC every knife. You can tell the difference. It's just like here. You're going to have companies that do it and don't, right? You have companies that QC every knife. You have companies that they take pride in their product, and you don't get shitty ones. Then you have ones where it's hit or miss. You know what I mean? You can tell. But I definitely wouldn't lump them all into a category of they would just be like, fuck it. They're 56. Let's just, if it's a bad batch, it slipped through. It was, maybe it's X amount that got through. They didn't test that, My guess is the way they do it is they test every 15 knives or whatever and make sure. And if they run into a problem, then they can go backwards and kind of figure out where the problem starts and ends and all that kind of shit. LTK is love them knives. He's been around a long time. He's an old head, and he's a great dude. Check out his channel. LUV, love them, THEM knives. Yes. Yeah, see? I think that's cool, you know? I think that's cool. Voo. What up, Voo? All right, I should probably get out of here. Oh, you guys want a giveaway? We could do a giveaway. The irony is that you'd be better off assuming American companies will have low standards, laziness than Chinese companies. Honestly, you get way worse products from the U.S. Manufacturers here. He's right. The shit that they will release, you know, is horrendous. Double D. Yeah, I forget this guy's name. It was funny, though. Oh, Cutting Edge. That's it. What was he bitching about? Was he bitching about bevel? That's what it was, right? He was bitching about evenness of bevels or some shit. It was something so dumb. Like the bevels aren't even on both sides or something. And it bugged him that companies do that routinely and nobody was calling it out. Like, it's like one thing that I never has bugged me in my life. I had a Rosie that had uneven bevels on both sides, and it was one of my favorite knives for the longest time. Never bugged me at all. But I'd hand it to somebody else who was a nerd, and they'd be like, you know, that was their thing that bugged them. It just never bugged me. I nerd out about detents and shit. All right, let me find a giveaway. What do you guys want? Would you guys like a Cavill Knives front flipper? The little front flipper guy? Oh, I never showed you all the new stuff I got. Check out my video from today. I think you guys will enjoy it. It was like an hour long, but I got a lot of new shit. This one's cool. This is the Mantis from Cavill Knives. Look at that milling, dude. That's titanium. They call it engraving. I call it bark pattern. It looks fucking epic. That's the best bark pattern I've ever seen. It's got a really good flipper on it, too. Yeah, it's crazy design. I know that. I know. You don't have to tell me. This one from CMB. This is the Devourer. This is cool. This is a button lock. Pretty sick knife right there. I know. I thought it looked like G10 too, John, but it's titanium. I double checked because it's so light because of the engraving and everything. But it does kind of feel like G10. I know it almost kind of hurts it in a way, but it's titanium and it's really well done. But I agree. It does look like G10 or it feels like it or whatever. This is cool. I do wish it was a compression button lock or something. I'm getting so used to those now. I want everything to be that way. It's got interesting flipper. Reminds me of like an Isham design. This is a Erawan design. And then this one's one of my favorites. This is the CJRB version. Yeah, Carlo was just talking about it. This is a new Jacob Lundquist design. This is my favorite Lundquist design. Look at this thing. Little fifth pocket, choil, small but mighty. Kind of has that same spearfoot blade. Now, this is a button lock, but it's fine because it's small. It's fit pockety. I'm not going to hard use this or anything. This thing is so good. This one's in stainless steel and micarta, but it's still pretty light. And then this one I think is titanium because it's way lighter. This one's in Thai. I love this thing. It's called the Version. I was actually carrying this one. No, the other one. Because I threw that bender in my front pocket. This is his other knife with concept he's working on. This is called the Vivid, I think. Warney, and it's a crossbar lock. He did change the design so that the clip does reverse now, and it's yeah, he updated it. It's better now, he said. So this is just a prototype. Both of those were prototypes. And I told him to get rid of this shit. I hate that fat carbon. It's so bad. Or this is the fake kind, the Chinese kind. If he can get them to use real fat carbon, because we know they can do it because the Lushes have it. So that's the Vivid. Here's the other Vivid. Just want to see. Oh, there's three. That one. This is the Hinterland Morgan Cones design. This is a concept. I like this one. Left-handed, you can reverse flick it, even though it's a bolster lock. It's fine. But you can't thumb flick it because the stud's not reversible. I don't know why they do that, but that one's cool. Anyway, check out that video. This is the last one, I think. This is the Shikari from Morgan Cones button lock as well. Smaller than the big-ass bolster lock they did. Oh, here's that beautiful full dress bender again. The new Divo knives prototype. Sorry, I just love showing it off. This thing looks so sexy. Look at that clip, dude. Look at that. That's a chunk of zircuti right there. Action is butter. Oh, and then Satu Dave did a regrind for me on this. My buddy Brent gave me this. Backpack B gave me this GOM, God of Mischief, from Renegade Provisions Co. Can you see it? This comes with a flat grind, and this was a full DLC, so black micarta and then DLC everything. Now, it's a two-tone with a hollow grind, belt satin hollow grind, and a KME edge from Satu Dave, which he said is not his best edge. Look at that thing. It's fucking mirror polished, shining everywhere, cuts like nobody's business, but it's not good. I love Dave. Look at that. Belt satin, hollow ground, baby. Just like I always wanted the GOM. Great knife, by the way. Good front flipper on it. And it does compare well with the Buzz, which is a Divo knife. They are similar yet different. But for a while there, if somebody liked the GOM, but they didn't want the flat grind, the Buzz is the way to go because you get the hollow. But now, both of them got the hollow grind. So good. So yeah, Dave, I guess, is doing regrinds for people. Check him out. He's the man. Shout out to Satu Dave. All right. This is the knife I was talking about giving away. So this is a Cavill Knives knife, titanium with this really cool lasering or milling, I guess. I don't know what it is. I think it might be milling. And it's a little guy. I guess it's a frame lock, bolster lock. It's got this little front flipper tab and a hawk bill. I'm pretty sure it's M390. Yep, M390. I don't know the HRC. We could ask that guy and see. Good action. This is another company I really like, Cavill. What do you think? Should we give this one away? I bet you they're charging like $350 for this thing. So at the very least, you might be able to get a few bucks for it. But I have that. I have like a whole bunch of Kaiser's Vanguard series. Yeah, I don't know. Why don't we go with this? I think this will be good. We'll do that. All right. Shout out to Cavill Knives for sending me this. It went through the pass-around group, and it came back home. So now it is up for giveaway for you guys. So there's that. Don't want to add anything else. I have some flashlights and shit. I just trying to figure out what kind of package it'll go in, and I don't want to make it difficult to ship. That's my main concern here. Oh, here. I'll throw this in. This is like a little AAA light. This will actually work with a AAA or a 10440. So if you have a 10440 battery, you could use that or a AAA. And it's actually really good. It's just a little clicky AAA light. The only thing I don't like about it is you turn it on and then you cycle, and one of the modes is like a strobe, and you can't, at least it might have, you might be able to program it, but you have to always cycle through the strobe, you know, if you're going through. That's the only thing I don't like. Other than that, it's tiny, but it's got a lot of runtime, you know, because it's a AAA for this size. So there we go. We'll do that. Let us come up with something good for the, let me do this, StreamYard giveaway tool. Okay. I'm going to do hashtag HRC just for fun. We'll do hashtag HRC. Strobe is only for disco. Oops. Lieb testicles. Every Cavill knife has caught my eye, then something else, so I've waited. Yeah, I mean, what I hear feedback-wise from people is their knives are very unique. So I think that's a good thing. But then the price tag does get some people. And I understand that. They can be expensive, but it depends. Some of their models are more affordable and some of them aren't. So I don't know if that depends on who's making them. But if we go to Cavill Knife on their website, which I do have a link, by the way, if you need one. But anyway, hashtag HRC. We'll do that for like 5 minutes while I show you this stuff, and then we'll pull it. So I want to see the price on the Mantis. But he's right. You know, it kind of does look like G10, but I promise you it's titanium. So yeah, they had the Kage That's like a small kind of version of this thing. And the Denko, I was so in love with that thing last year. Still love it. I did end up selling it, but that's $328, you know, and then these are like $200. So it's always interesting what their price points are. $317, $388. So here, the Mantis, it's in LMAX. The Ultim one is $229. How much is the here it is. Titanium one is $330. Like this one is $314. It's like a kitchen style knife. So I feel like that just disqualifies a lot of people from wanting to buy it. You know, the price point's just expensive. The quality, though, the quality is amazing. They do a really good job with the quality. So it's like Riot quality, honestly. So that's not an issue. So it just comes down to whether you're willing to spend it or not on the, you know, depending on the knife. But it's $100 less for Ultim, if that matters. And it's really comfortable in the Velociraptor claw grip. Yes, I've also heard people complain about the HRC on their knives. Not the actual HRC, but the listing. So, like, let's see. This is LMAX. See, this, I prescribe to the, where's the X? I can't ever find the, oh, there it is. I prescribe to the notion that when you make a knife like this, like a Pakal, you should just make it in 14C or something, because nobody's going to use this as an EDC. I mean, not many people. Like, it's a self-defense knife, so it just needs to poke. It doesn't need to be long-lasting edge, you know? And it would make it cheaper if you could use, you know, 14C or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it would take away from something and it would bother people. I don't know. Let's see what the HRC is. 60 to 62 on the LMAX. But if you go to, like, let's see this one. This one is M390, 59 to 61. So maybe they bumped it up. Was it the Denka that they listed at 58? No, 59. So they must have changed it. Maybe they realized. I mean, I don't love 59 either, but at least that's pretty normal, you know. I really like this thing, by the way. Fires so well. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's fine for LMAX. Are you still doing the Damascus knife for the nip? I showed all the versions earlier. No, but we have, I think what you mean is, did we get Damascus kits? And I believe we did for the nip. Let me check. I think I got Damascus kits for the nip, the tall boy, and the fireball, actually, but I'm going to confirm the nip because that's the more affordable one. If I left it out on any of them, it would be that one. But I think I did. So I got extra purple collars and backspacers set, extra blue ones, extra zircuti, and extra black. But they call it zircuti. It's actually Damascus. I haven't seen it yet, but that's what I think. So, yes. And it should only be like $60 or so for the whole kit. You get the collars and the backspacer for like 60 bucks, I think. Maybe we could do less. I don't know. We'll see. But they weren't too expensive. That's why I'm worried about how they'll look. But I wanted to try it because I know some people like to bougie up their shit. Okay. I don't know. It's probably fucking hard as shit. All right, let's go and pull this, and then I'm going to get out of here because it's almost 1 a.m. 70 entries, 69 actually. Can we get one more? Can one more person enter so it can be 70? I'm going to wait. There you go. Thank you. Here we go. Who's going to win the Cavil and the flashlight? Oh, hell yeah. Dave won. Totally guessing his name, but I think it's going to be Dave. And he's from Michigan. Hell yeah, dude. Congrats. Shoot me an email at LeftyEDC88@gmail.com. I just put it in the chat. Shoot me an email and I will, with your address, and I'll get it out tomorrow. I declare shenanigans. Hell yeah. I totally guessed his name, by the way. He was saying DRT is his initials, and then he lives in Michigan. So I just figured it's Dave, because I know a Dave from Michigan. Or I did. He actually passed away this year, which was really sad because it was a cancer thing. And I fucking hate cancer because it kills everybody. There he is. You actually won, dude. Congrats, my brother. Shoot me that email when you get a chance. And hell yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. The next live stream will probably be 2 Thursdays from now because I'm on vacation, and yeah, it'll be 2 Thursdays from now. So when is that? Today's the 19th. So is that the 8th? 8th or 9th? It's the 8th. Oh, I got that right. No, I didn't. No, it's the 1st. So hopefully I'll be giving you the date for the nip light drop on the next stream. That's my goal. All right. I'm going to give you the date for the drop of the nip light, and maybe I'll give you the Lush drop date too. Who knows? But hopefully at least the nip light. We need to start dropping some knives. You know what I'm saying? All right. What does it say? It's weird. I don't see his comment. It probably got censored. Whose comment? Excuse me. Whose comment? Anyway. Yes, I agree. Fuck cancer. All right. Thank you, dude. I'll get it out tomorrow. I saw the email, so confirmed. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Keep on keeping on. Stay safe. You know, love each other. Don't be dicks. Try to have a conversation with somebody on the other side of the political aisle, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or in the middle. Try to talk to somebody on the other side and have a civil conversation. Let me know how it goes. We need more of it. I'm telling you. All right. Love you guys. Peace out. Love, peace, and chicken grease, baby. Peace.